Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack bringing you a replay that I should have casted live last night, but unfortunately I messed it up. I accidentally hit F9, which those of you out there who use Fraps know exactly what that means. So I hit F9 after it started. I was about 2.5 minutes in, and just kind of ruined my video. So I am going to be recasting this, especially because it is requested from BrDes. He wants to see this replay up on YouTube. Do not blame him. He wants to get as much critiquing on his playstyle as possible, so we'll make sure that we focus a little bit on him this game. He is going to be going up against my other good friend, Shukoii. So this was a just for fun match while we were between tournament matches last night. Should be tons of fun to see though. And so far we've got pretty standard openers. Looks like BrDes is going to be walling off. Not a bad choice. So no mistake there, buddy. You're doing just fine. And let's take a look at the units tab. We're going to see pretty even. Shukoii sending out a fairly early scout here. He scouted right after his pylon. Is going to be scouting in the incorrect direction. So it will take him a little time to figure out where his opponent is. Down goes the gateway, and we do have a barracks on the way for BrDes as well. So pretty standard openers. Definitely looking good thus far in this matchup. We are not seeing anything inappropriate from either player so far. So BrDes, you're doing good so far. I think your opening build is great. Going straight for that gas. You've got this barracks on the way. Really good timing here, and you should have this walled off in time. So to prevent scouting, which is always a good thing. And staying on top of your SCV production, it appears. And a tech lab for that barracks, not a bad choice. What is this? Look at this. Shukoii guessing that his opponent is in this base. He has not scouted that yet. He's going to be moving up here, and we'll find that unfortunately his opponent is not in that base, so this pylon not going to be doing very much. It is basically just as far to his opponent's base as it is from his main, so that pylon, a little bit of a waste there. I guess it was worth a try, but that not going to be working out. We do have concussive shells on the way for BrDes, so this looks good. Looks like he got that out right after his tech lab was completed, so great timing there. Very, very well done. Now, supply blocked, that is a problem. You always want to stay on top of the supply depot production, especially in the first 5-6 minutes of your game. Never want to get supply blocked early in your game. What do we have going here? Look at that, he's trying to get down there. It's blocked by rocks. You cannot place a pylon down there. You are going to have to place it up here. This is be the good spot for you right there. So he is going to be scooting on out of there. Oh, here we go. We've got another one coming out. He's going to put one down here on the low ground. There we go. Good, another supply depot. That's good. Stand on top of it. Make sure not to get supply blocked again. And we are going to be seeing some movement here. He's got two. Oh, look at this. He's going to be scouting this pylon just as it's finishing, taking it out from the high ground. So Shukoii going to be in a little bit of a loss there. Very, very well done there by BrDes. Takes that out, and we do have 1, 2, 3 Marauders and 2 SCVs on the way over to Shukoii's base. This is good early pressure. That's what we like to see. We do have this in the back of the base, so even though Shukoii's got this pylon here, if he moves units through here, more than likely it will be spotted by the supply depot, so great play there by BrDes. This pro poking down here to see what he sees, and he is going to see way too many Marauders. This sentry going to be blocking off the ramp, so good force building there. Got to try and do it just a little bit lower on the ramp so that you can stay out of range. And you can see that they're even just a little bit on the ramp, they can gain vision of the high ground. And now Shukoii in a little bit of trouble. He's going to have to work pretty hard to hold this off. Oh, the sentry is going to go down! And so does this stalker, so now quite a bit of trouble. Having to pull the probes off the line to try and deal with this. Very, very well played by BrDes. Only thing I can say is right now you've got a lot of minerals kind of sitting around. 400 minerals is too much. You've got to stay on top of your macro while you're doing these harassments like this. Even though this is going to be held off, it looks like a very, very well planned out attack. Let's take a look at units lost. Very, very well done. Taking out quite a bit of his opponent's resources there and pulling probes off of the resource mining line, which is always a good thing. So well done there by BrDes. But again, well, you can see that now he's right back on top of spending his minerals, so very, very good job there. You want to try and stay on top of that as much as possible while you're microing those units. But all in all, not too bad. Now Shukoii having a little trouble spending resources. He does have 600 minerals right now. Going to be getting this guy out of there. Is he going to get spotted? Oh, where is he going? He's going the wrong way. This is going to get spotted, and now BrDes will probably know to look for a pylon. Yes, he does. Off he goes. He is going to find this pylon. So yet another failed forward pylon for Shukoii in this matchup. Very, very good game there so far by BrDes. Always good to see, you're thinking what's going on with these units. Why are they where they are? Why are they coming from the region that they're coming from? So very good thinking there. That's looking really good for BrDes. Shukoii having a little trouble figuring out how to spend his resources appropriately right now. Looks like he is going to be expanding, which is not a bad idea if he's got 700 minerals laying around. And he is on 3 base right now, with nothing else on the way as of yet, as far as unit producing structures go. But BrDes is going to be macroing up here pretty good. He's going to be securing his expansion. And let's take a look at the units tab. He is just slightly ahead in the harvester count, but he does have that mule advantage, so he's going to have, on the income tab, it should show him doing pretty stinking good, which he is, mining a little bit faster than his opponent. So great job there. And this pylon just a little bit misplaced. Shukoii, you need to get that in that corner right where this guy is hiding. That is the 3rd forward pylon that has failed, 4th if you count this one, because this one is pretty well useless. So lots and lots of trouble for Shukoii in this matchup. I think he may not be as familiar with this map as he should be. This is a ladder map right now, so it's not, it's not like it shouldn't be a foreign idea to be playing on this map, but that is okay. He's going to be doing just fine. He's still definitely well in this matchup. We do have a robotics facility going down on the low ground. And probes just kind of kicking it, sitting around. This guy is going to get fired. He is not doing the work that he needs to. A scouting marine getting taken out immediately by this. Little force here. BrDes sitting in the choke defensively. He does have these dual bunkers here that he is not utilizing as of yet. He does not have much need to do that right now, but he is ready, poised and ready, it appears, to get in there if he needs to. So pretty good play there. Let's take a look at his tech. He does have a factory on the way and just the 4 barracks, which is not bad. He's probably a little bit behind on unit producing structures right now. You can probably use at least 1 or 2 more. You want to keep your unit producing structures about even with your ability to mine, and with 2 bases you can support quite a bit more than just these 4 barracks and 1 factory. But all in all, not too bad. Looks like you're spending those resources very wisely. So I say good job. And right now, I would say that BrDes is going to win. But I can't remember. It seems like I think Shukoii somehow pulls a win out of this. I'm looking at the game right now and I'm mystified as to how he's going to be able to do that. He's made a lot of errors with the forward pylons. Let's take a look at units lost. Definitely behind. But Shukoii is very, very good with his micro, especially with his force fields, and can turn the tide of a battle with those force fields very, very well. Taking out a observer, I assume, there. Look at this, Shukoii going to be getting out a Colossus. He does have double robotics now on the field, and is not going for Thermal Lance quite yet. Maybe he will as soon as he gets 200 minerals. This observer spotting this movement from BrDes. He is going to be moving out across the field here. Appears that he is going to commit to an attack. Shukoii trying to get himself prepared for this. Blocking this way just a little bit. try and back up. I assume he is trying to wait patiently for this Colossus, trying to do as much damage as he can before that Colossus comes out, keep his army safe at the same time. Very, very good play there by Shukoii. Trying to utilize his force fields very well, so far pretty good. This Colossus is out, stimming forward from BrDes, going to be taking out that Colossus immediately. Very, very good play. That Colossus can waste away those barracks units, and now Shukoii in quite a bit of trouble. BrDes doing a great job. Shukoii asking what his sentry was doing. I believe that is dying to stim. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, his sentry was dying to stim Marines and Marauders. That is the answer to that question. BrDes doing a great job now in this matchup, taking out Shukoi's expansion. It looks like Shukoii is in a great deal of trouble at this point. Units lost tab shows severely behind by over 5,000 minerals, just about over 5,000 minerals, now over 5,000. And he is trying his best to get his main prepared for an attack. He does not have very many attacking units out right now. He does have these Zealots, which do not have charge, that will make them quite a bit less effective against these Marauders with concussive shells. He's warping in these sentries that are going to be super useful for blocking this ramp. He needs to make sure and block the bottom of this ramp. Otherwise, they will gain vision of that high ground because it's a short ramp. And we do have thermal lance. That will be useful. There's the robotics facility. You may not have this up in time before BrDes decides to move in to his opponent's base. And look at this, he's actually backing up. Not entirely sure why he's doing that. He is losing a timing window here where he could just obliterate his opponent, whose army is very, very small when it comes down to it. He just doesn't have the units that he needs right now to hold off a very big attack. But BrDes getting his, looks like he's got these medevacs up and running. So I say BrDes probably could have at least poked up this ramp to see what your opponent was doing, see if you can make something happen there. I think that would have been useful for you. But taking an expansion, definitely a safe move here at this point. So I wouldn't say you necessarily made an error, as opposed to you may have just missed a small opportunity to kind of poke up that ramp and see whether or not Shukoii had built up enough defenses to stave off that army that you had still over there. That's about the only thing I can see right now that may have been played just a little bit differently. And so, because right now what you're doing is you're allowing Shukoii an opportunity to get back in this matchup. And Shukoii will take that opportunity. He is going to be getting out some Colossus yet again, and he does have that Thermal Lance upgrade for them, so they will be much more effective. You can stay a little bit further back from your army, making them harder for you to kill. So that is a good choice by Shukoii, especially when you are pretty well committing to these gate or barracks units. Of course, the two Vikings now choosing to move out. This is a great time. You've got a very, very large army. You can see in the supply count that you are dominating Shukoii in that army. Shukoii going to have quite a bit of trouble holding this off. This Colossus will not be able to get much done with those Vikings on the field, so that was a great choice to tech to those Vikings, and you didn't overcommit to the Vikings. That's another thing that I do want to say. You didn't overcommit. Just a couple Vikings is really all you need, because a couple stims and moving forward just a little bit can clean up the rest of those Colossus if needed. And now Shukoii is going to be in quite a bit of trouble here. This Colossus going down immediately, and I would say this is going to be it for Shukoii. It appears that it is. His army melting away extremely quickly. There's the GG from Shukoii, so very, very well done from BrDes. Shukoii made a couple errors in that game, but not too bad. What it came down to was, I think, just not prepared for that stem forward of his opponent. If he could have kept that Colossus back just a little bit in the back and had a little bit more force fields, maybe he was just a little shy on the energy, I think, there in that very first attack. Let's go back to that real quick. Let's see if we can find it real quick. Here comes the movement. There's the attack right there. So we'll move it back just a little bit. Right here, see where it steps forward, and then the force fields just didn't have enough energy, I think, or something, to get those force fielded correctly. Force fielding right here, and then kind of an arc, and then backing up into this choke a little bit, trying to do as much damage in range as possible. But I think this is where Shukoii probably ended up losing the game. Well played on both gentlemen's part. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for coming out. We'll see you guys next time.